This is Operation Get Camper Out of the Woods, starring Buzz Lightyear. This is a 2000 Ford Ranger, and when I bought it, I kept thinking in my head Buzz Lightyear's voice going, Ford Ranger. So this girl made this sticker for me with the Space Ranger symbol, but replaced space with Ford, obviously. And there's Buzz. And normally I have a Buzz Lightyear on my dashboard, but my Velcro became undone. So he's normally up here doing his little infinity and beyond when Buzz goes into overdrive. So I have, for miles, 54,000 miles on a 2000 Ranger. Not bad. Let's go get this camper. Okay, first thing I'm thinking is every year, you can't do this with an F-150 or a 1500 series anything truck. Like, you gotta do a small Ranger because it's so tight in the trees, and this tree right here is the biggest problem. So I think my first thought is I'm gonna go ahead and grab her at this angle and pull it back, okay? I'm gonna hitch it, not pull it back actually. I'm just gonna like pull her this way and make her turn. Hoping to be able to back her straight into this area once I get her swung. If not, I'll drop her where she's at and re-hitch again at a different angle. But this is what we deal with every year, is trying to play the game of how to get her back out. But the fun part is she really can't be stolen because she's like this. The river, I personally, in the years I've been up here, I've never seen the river this high. Like, I am just amazed. Normally this is about shin level to me when we're in here, and right now it's gonna be waist high, I wanna say. This is just crazy. Little fire pit. I've never seen water flowing this way either. The water is coming through a pipe, you can see it. There's a pipe in here from across the street. It's coming down here to meet it. So if this river ever got higher, which it has historically, it's not often, but historically this river has been high and flooded this whole section out. We would have no way of pulling the camper out in a fast manner at all, again, because of all these trees. She does not fit between these trees, and even if she did, I couldn't swing her around this. So, you know, again, the thought process is back her up, hitch her, pull her. If I can clear to back into that bank and then come around again, that would be prime. If not, we'll just drop her off again and re-hitch her at a different angle, and we just keep Mickey Mousing until she comes out. So we'll see. Okay, so my idea of pulling it this way through the trees did not work, so I had to come around this way, and trust me, this is like Mickey Mousing. So the worry spot is, you can see this, it's kind of crazy. I'll get my truck so you can get a better view of what's happening. So this tree is really on my right wheel, and this tree right here likes to clip my nose. And the camper, if I can reverse this, I don't have a reverse on this. Well, that's no fun. What's this button do? All right, I guess I can't reverse it, so I'm sorry, I'll just turn around. So the camper obviously can't make it through this tree. So all I can do is try to pull her as much as I can, and I'm hoping to clear that back left end here from other trees so I could just back her in an open space. Now, it's been raining, obviously because of the river, so everything is wet and soft, and I'm having a hard time even with four-wheel drive low to maneuver the tires around here. But all right, here we go. Dig up the ground a bit. So here we are now, between this tree, better angle. So yeah, we can't do this in one drop. So now she's like straight up against this tree. this needs to be dropped again so Buzz can sneak in this side, and then pull her, and then back out. So we'll see. It's never easy. Okay, so the other thing I can do with a small Buzz is I can jackknife so tight. This thing is straight up what you'd call a jackknife. There's no other model, even I think of a Ranger, that would allow me this capability to just get right on this. So I dug up the ground so bad. This jack was underneath all this. I'm smack up against that tree. So again, goal is gonna pull her forward as much as I can. Now I'm on the other side of the trees. Remember, I was stuck in here. Now I'm on this side, jackknife completely. So, you know, another thing too about this camper is that she's a single axle. So I heard double axles can swing easier. She either just jackknifes where I don't want her to go or is stubborn on the soft ground. So I have to pull her forward straight this way, crank it as much as I can over there to force her to swing. And then my goal is to back into the clearing and kind of three-point turn it. So like back, pull, and then finally get her out and hope that her end doesn't scrape on the way out. So that's the goal now. All right, again, total jackknifed, as you can see, right? Like, but we have her at a better angle, and I've never, ever had an issue jackknifing her. Again, I don't know what other vehicle to get if this 2000 Ranger dies. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. But so close to the tree. You have to see this. So close to this tree. Man. This is off-roading at its best, right? Let me show you the picture of this jackknife angle. That's it. I mean, it gets to the point that I'm like pushing her back and she's just spinning. She's not even like, her wheels aren't moving. She's pivoting like a ballerina in one spot to get her to this angle. So now I'm going to take her off Buzz again, and then I'm going to be straight lined, straight out angle to this and just pull her straight out. So it took 3 hitch drops, but we're getting there. On this episode of Trucks Gone Wild, Buzz Lightyear, and Becky the camper with our lumberjack fall shirt because 'tis the season. This is so much fun. I mean, it's so stressful at the same time. Every year it's a challenge to get her out of here, and when she's in here, it's such a great thing to have. I mean, to wake up to the river and now we go. River. All right, stay tuned. One last shot and we'll try to get her out of here and we'll be on the road. So I do need, the pins fell off on this, so I know this is kind of loose, but the metal's kind of thicker back, so I push as far back as I can where it's not easy for these to pop off. Another little trick too that I did is I added an eye hook to my plate instead. Some people put their emergency on the hitch itself, but if this whole mechanism fails, you're losing your camper with your whole hitch system. So I put this up on my plate, so if the hitch fails and we lose the camper, it will pull the emergency brake right away on the camper. So we have that going. Like I mentioned, I'm not going to use the weight distribution sway bar because we're not going to be swinging, we're not going far. Another thing too is my friend Jason put this on my bumper, which runs my brakes and my lights, obviously. Oops. Hold on. And the reason why he put it in the bumper where some people have it close to the hitch, like down here, is again because I jackknife all the time, and he said that if it was close to here, it would have already like snapped or whatnot. So he stuck it right into here and sealed it for me. Great guy. So I'm just trying to see which way it goes. I know there's a pin that's a little bit bigger. Where is it? All right, here we go. Never remember which way this goes. Did I get it? Sorry guys, I'm sorry for all the movement. I need to get both eyes on that. Oh, I forget which way the slot goes all the time. So here I go. 7-way pin is hooked up to this, and this will turn the lights on the camper in the back, and it runs my my brakes, and it'll run the lights in the back as well. So and it charges the battery as we go, which is pretty cool. We did lose the converter last year. I won't say last year because last year was COVID, we didn't go anywhere. We lost it the year before, and so the battery wasn't charging no matter how we had it plugged up. So she's a dirty girl. And like I mentioned, we're straight now to the entranceway, so all I need to do is pull forward at this point and hope that we don't scrape bottom, and make a wide left, and we are going home. All right, ready for this? We'll see. Marty and drive. We'll see how it goes. If John yells, then we've hit something. Like that, whatever that was. All right, no one's coming. So wide, because she's gonna make it past those trees. And we're out. So I'm now gonna pull over and wait for John. Sorry, that was a horrible shot. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have a phone mount, so I don't have the fancy, like, turn this around, but here we are. We made it out. Whew. That Becky behind us, she's a dirty girl. She's been in the woods since August, I want to say. Woo. Come on, Buzz, you can do it. Little guy. He's a V6, I think, engine. Whoa. That Becky, all full of pine needles, dirty girl. On the road again. Poor Buzz. Home, sweet home. Sweet home. She is in her home with her own private fire pit. So we have down here, it's a cemetery smack behind the house. So this is all regrind. That's just whatever. It was supposed to be level, but the guys made it all tilted. So we'll just chalk her really good. This land back here is owned by a house to my far right. He just owns straight back here, but it's not buildable because there's nowhere else to get it, and unless the cemetery wants it, you really, you know, be right smack behind some tombstones. So I like having the woods here. It's not my land, but we can just rake back here and throw our wood. And yeah, it's nice and quiet because these are all tombstones right behind our house. So here's where she'll sit for the winter, and my plow guy that comes, he'll push the snow right against her hitch, and then we'll take her out in the spring. So next up is the pool's not winterized, so I have a lot to do. I have a chair in my fireplace. This is how much stuff I have to do. Ay. But here it is.